Hey everyone, this is injury attorney Ryan Pauley of Pauley Law Group coming to you with my video blog post. If you're new to the blog, welcome, and tell you a little bit about it. Each month I do something called Have You Ever Wondered? And that's based on an obscure legal topic or something that's in the news that will make you wonder about it. So this month's topic is, have you ever wondered, why should I care who's on the Supreme Court? As a lot of you probably know, there's been a vacancy on the Supreme Court because of the passing of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. And Donald Trump now has an opportunity to appoint a third Supreme Court justice. And he's appointed Amy Coney Barret. And there's a lot of controversy surrounding this pick. So you might ask, well, again, why should I care? And the simple point of it is because the Supreme Court has tremendous power. And we just want to hit on three really quick principles to show you how much power they have. So first off, number one, what does a Supreme Court justice do? Well, Supreme Court justice sits on the highest court in the land and decides issues surrounding federal law. And the decisions that these 9 justices make are final. They cannot be appealed to any other court. Second, well, what type of law is federal law? What specifically do they hear? Most of it is appeals from lower courts involving people that are involved in lawsuits and they don't like the outcome, so they keep appealing up the ladder until they get to the Supreme Court. So they hear disputes between parties involved in lawsuits. They also hear appeals from agencies, like the EPA, if they come up with a decision and somebody wants to appeal it, eventually can make its way to the Supreme Court. And finally, issues of constitutionality of federal laws and even some state laws. So those are the type of laws that they hear. And again, the decisions are final. And finally, the third point of why they have so much power is that the appointments of being on the court are for life. So if a justice like Amy Coney Barret, who is 48 years old, she's going to be on the court, she could be on the court for the next 40 years. So they have the ability to set legal precedent for almost a generation. So again, this all comes down to power. These justices have significant power because they can overturn laws that the majority of the people support, and they can even overturn elections. So we need to make sure that who's ever on this court doesn't have an agenda, but is there to just hear the facts of the case and make a decision consistent with the law. Now, just a quick piece about why Amy Coney Barrett's pick and appointment is so controversial. Now, if you remember, back in 2016, Barack Obama picked somebody called Merrick Garland to serve on the Supreme Court. And at the time, the Senate had the majority control of the Senate. Now, Mitch McConnell would not give Merrick Garland a vote because his reasoning was that it is an election year and we should allow the people to pick who is going to nominate the next Supreme Court by who they elect as the president. This was in 2016. So here's the controversy. It's now 2020. And what Mitch McConnell has done is he's taken a position that is almost exactly the opposite of what he did in 2016. And that has made a lot of Democrats, every Democrat, very upset. Now, the counter to Mitch McConnell's argument, which I'm sure most Republicans will say, is, look, 2020 is different. In 2016, we had a majority-controlled Senate, but we had a Democratic president. However, 2020, we have a majority-controlled Senate and a Republican Senate. Republican Senate and a Republican president. And the people have already spoken in the 2018 election in which they picked a majority Republican Senate. So that's the counter to the argument, to the reasons why people are upset about Mitch McConnell being able to push through the Amy Coney Barrett nomination. Again, whatever side you come down on, it's just important to remember that this is a very, very important and very powerful position. So whoever is lucky enough to serve, hopefully they will follow the laws that are presented to them and not have some sort of agenda on getting on the court. That's all. Thank you very much for listening. And as always, if you ever have any questions at all, feel free to give me a call or just shoot me an email. Take care, everyone.